welcome to the video. My name is Bud Nixon, and in this video we're going to be covering the trail in the area for the October trail ride and camp out. So I'm introducing my rig here. It's Infinity, basically a Nissan Pathfinder R50 body style with my custom built trailer. I'm parked here by Ripplebrook Camp Store. This is the location where basically we have set plan to meet for those who wants to travel together and do not want to have to worry about directions and such. So this is the location we're going to meet, and from here we're going to travel down the highway here. This is Highway 224, and this is away from Estacada. This is also considered as a location for Ripplebrook Guard Station. And then we're going to travel this way until you hit the sign that will say Alali Lake. And from there it's about roughly 15 miles or so into there. The trail is fairly easy and fairly doable for anyone who is willing to take their rig and trailer through some not so rough but somewhat rough basically forest service type of roads. So join me on this, and if you have any questions before the camp out, feel free to comment below. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the channel. And we're back on the road. This is Highway 224, basically as you leave Ripplebrook Guard Station area. You're going to be hitting this somewhat well paved and alright road. This will continue for a few miles until the left turn onto NF 4690. So this highway is a 224, which eventually turns into NF 46, or also called Brightonbush Road. So keep in mind of the name changes and whatnot. But generally, if you're routing the trail through Google Maps, it should take you right through it. On your way here, you're going to be passing multiple kind of points or locations. We are driving basically on the east side of Clackamas River, and as we pass along we will pass the turn to also Begbie Hot Springs, and this is the same road that takes you over the pass into Willamette National Forest area in town of Detroit. So just something to keep in mind if you're coming in for the camp out from the south end or south side from Detroit, for example, in the Willamette Valley. Your best bet is probably to come up here from the Detroit side. If you're coming from Portland area, then Estacada route is your simplest and best shortest route or solution to do it. Otherwise, there are other trails. Keep in mind that Alali Scenic Area is on Oregon BDR, so if you're familiar with Oregon BDRs, you could go all the way from Highway 26 Government Camp area, and you can make your way from north also into Alali Scenic Area via Skyland Road. So something to keep in mind. And so we reach the intersection, which you will take left onto 4690. Here's the signage for Detroit and Estacada. You will see on pavement Alali, and this is the sign, another signage that's marks 4690. And this is the road you want to stay on all the way until you hit 42, or the Skyline Road. You'll have pavement, and for the last few miles, maybe 6 or 7 to the resort or to the Alali Lake area, you will have gravel. Keep in mind that this is a single lane forest road that's paved. Be aware of the incoming traffic and enjoy the scenery. On your way, you should cross 2 bridges. This is the first one. Some beautiful creeks down there. And we're approaching bridge number 2. Beautiful stream down there. Beautiful. Now keep in mind this road has a couple other paved turnoffs, but you want to stay on the main, which is the NF 4690. Eventually you will arrive to this location where it says payment ends. There will be a sign that says payment ends. It's a T intersection, and if I recall correctly, this is a 4690 and 4680 intersection. So again, you're staying on 4690. The 4680 comes out of here, and you're gonna come up to the sign that says Alali Scenic Area 8 miles, and the rest of the signage for the closest towns in the area. This is one of the locations that I highly advise, or personally at least, to deflate, because you're going to be hitting not very rough but gravel road, and considering highway tire pressure on your trailer and then your rig, it definitely makes a smoother ride if you air down. So let's get air down and head on down the road. So as many of you, if you travel like myself and you like to travel the dusty areas, like the 400 just passed me with kicking up the dust, so to prevent dust in your trailer, what do? I heard many stories, various ways of duct taping the seals and doors and just dealing with the dust, whatnot. I for one prefer to sleep in a pretty dustless environment, if you know what I mean, and as far as bedding goes and everything. So for that reason, while building the trailer, we ended up creating a product called the dust box, and that's what you see mounted in the front up area of the camper trailer. Dust box is a positive pressure system that basically pressurizes the cabin of the trailer, which prevents dust intrusion. And that matter is a simple click of a button. Now you will hear the noise of the fan. It's filtered air introduction into the cabin space, and by doing that, basically we're pressurizing the trailer and not letting dust come in from any of the utility doors openings, any of the windows, or the door area. One of the most common ones is you could feel a lot of times that air or the dust will enter through these door latches, if you want to call them that way. So that's, to me, that's been the most common area, and there's really nothing you can do about it, other than, you know, putting some caulking in there or sealing it some other way. But we found that the simplest thing that could be done is to simply turn on the dust box. So let's get on the trail and show you guys the rest of the way. As you see, the trailer and the rig, they both kick up quite a bit of dust, and especially when you're in the area of where you have to basically, like, in an area where it's very dusty, silty, kind of maybe like, even if you're like me, liking to travel eastern Oregon, where you get the silt, the very, very fine dust, or like something almost like a volcanic ash. That stuff just gets into anything and everything. And a lot of times you're traveling through these kind of trails, slow speed. I mean, right now we're doing, what, 60 miles an hour, which is not too bad, but sometimes you have to go literally 1-2 miles an hour over certain obstacles, and you're just traveling in a cloud of dust. So with that at hand, there's really no other way of dealing with dust other than to pressurize it. So if you do some more research, you'll find out that our Australian counterparts, travelers, you'll find that a lot of them will, utilize that kind of a system, that either they purchased off the shelf or some of them end up building it. But in any case, here we have it. US made product, positive pressure system called the dust box. So let's get down the trail. All right. Well, we have another Overlander like trailer. Only two of them. Look at that, beautiful. So this is an intersection of the 4220 and the NF 4690. So if you're seeing the sign that says Lolly 5, you're on the right track. As you're traveling past the turn, now the marker you will see is a Lolly Meadows cabin, which is a Y split, so the road takes left and you want to stay right towards a Lolly. So basically you're staying on a Lolly Scenic Route Loop. This is a part of the, I guess you could say, a rougher side of the Oregon BDR as well. So this is the way to the camp. Now the marker on your way is the power line crossing. So if you made it this far, you're on the right track. Here we are arriving to the resort intersection. So we arrived at Alala Lake Resort. There's the signage for it right there. I hope you guys can see it. Let's see. Let's get this window rolled down. There we go. So from here, you will stay straight on this intersection until you get to Camp 10. And that's currently the location we're gonna try to base camp at, or possibly at the peninsula also, which is down the same way. So you're just basically gonna be wrapping around the lake for another couple of miles and then taking a left at a turn which will have signage for Peninsula Campground. So enjoy the video, stay tuned for other adventures that are coming up for next few days that we're here. Taking it up the trail, so we're past Monon Lake. We're at Horseshoe Lake. This area is called Horseshoe Lake, and up to this point the trail is somewhat rough, but you get to this point here is a primitive road. Something about basically not recommended for you know, regular cars or trailers. But this is definitely going to be, you know, considering we have off-road trailers, so I think this will be pretty challenging. So I'll try to capture the footage as much as I can to give you guys an idea of how it's going to look. But it's pretty good. Let's get going. Alrighty, 3-day camp wrapped up at Olala with some good old friends, and I'm on my way out. So hopefully the video showed you guys what kind of road conditions to expect and what kind of scenery to expect. But we got Jeff right up there, and road conditions not too bad. And coming in October, weather conditions will be a little bit different. Usually it's a little bit cooler. We might have rain, so do come prepared considering the weather, and I will have weather updates on the group posts as well. So keep in mind, this is a video review for PNW Overlanding and Adventure Ready host camper, trailer, camp out, and ride. And this is going to take place in October 18th through the 20th, I believe, weekend. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you like what you've seen and you checked out other videos, feel free to subscribe, like, share, and whatnot. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Who's gonna have to carry you back, bro? Yeah. You got that energy. Go. You got that energy right now, but
Olala for some beautiful hiking. So good to see the trail around Olala getting rebuilt. It's beautiful. Видите, как вот пожары попалили все, а уже начинают перестраивать. Посреди ничего в лесу. Beautiful. Hiking around picking huckleberries.
good thing we went this way.
Покажи язык.
I didn't eat any.
У меня уже. Look at my hands. What's up? A lot of huckleberries.
That's a stupid commercial.
This is a lot.
Hey, and then the other guy picks up the phone. What's up?
My tongue.
Right by the road too.
Are you sure?
Delicious.
Sometime over there.
Florida cooking steaks. Градусы проверяю. Мало, много. Сашка, крути.
I don't want it to burn.
It won't burn. Там масло полкилограмма. Давай потеирусь. В казане. The master chef. Что серьезно?
Тоже такой был серьезный, не будем блинчики.
Да? Ну. Это называется smash burgers. Smash burgers in town at Olala. This guy's already finishing it. Look at that. He's done. He's done. Done.
Still eating.
Floridians. Oh, look at that. Look at that trailer over there. Володя, дзинкую. Triple smash. Yummy, yummy.